click the go live.
Vas-y, c'est parti.
10, 9, ignition sequence start.
Hi, everyone. This is Loretta Cernowski with your host for Got Spouse Need House. I hope you're having a great week. It's a little toasty out there today. We are Got Spouse Need House. So what is Got Spouse Need House? We are a company that when you as a newlywed or engaged couple is ready to do a real estate transaction, whether it's buying or selling, our team of agents will help you find or sell that property. And on closing, you get 10% of the realtor's commission because we know you just went through one of the most fantastic experiences of your life, but it does come with a little price tag. Today, I am excited to have the Mr. Music Man, Raymond Love, on our show to talk about music for your wedding. How are you today, Raymond?
Thank you so much, Loretta, for having me. I'm honored to be on the show. I'm great today. I'm ecstatic to be a part of this situation with you and getting couples that are newly engaged and married in the right direction with their wedding and their ceremony situation.
That's great. So can you tell us how the heck did you get into doing what you do?
For me, my journey started roughly over 15 years ago. I like to say back in July of 2009, because that's when I really took on New Groove Entertainment as the owner and operator, and really began to take the skills and talents learned and developed through, of course, being a sideman musician, being a part of many other groups, touring around the world with artists and other musicians and situations to figure out what was good, what worked, what didn't work, what was bad, and how to take all of that together today to create what we call New Groove Entertainment. With that being said, New Groove Entertainment has grown from a community of people that I call brother and sisters working with me in a church and a ministry band as a musical director to today being a musical entertainment company that has anywhere between 25 to 30 independent contractors underneath this umbrella that are high quality class professionals that can pretty much execute and perform whatever needs to be done in a diversified platform.
So what musical instrument do you play?
My specialty is bass guitar. I also play keyboard as well. Piano, if you want to call it that. They put you through that in school, piano 1 and 2. You can't really even do music without doing that. So understanding the bass has become my passion, my forte, my go-to. It's what I'm hired to do the most. And with that, I also get the musical director a lot for the operational abilities and skills that I possess to put the right people together for the right situation.
And do you sing too?
Only to my wife, my lovely, beautiful wife, Nicole Love. I don't think anybody else want to hear that.
The Dr. Love sing. I actually play guitar.
Dr. Love said it.
Maybe I.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I've been playing. I taught myself how to play in grade 7. My parents ordered a guitar for me from the Sears catalog.
Okay, I remember the Sears catalog. That's in my era.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I actually just bought myself a new guitar from in Nashville at the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Oh wow, you serious? Okay, yeah. That we got to get some energy going with you here with the instrument.
Yeah, and you know what? It's so much easier now to learn how to play a musical instrument. All the apps are and stuff like that. You know, before it used to be like you had to buy a book or just figure it out on your own. So,
so now we got YouTube, all the videos and everything.
Right, so much better. So you got your live cover band, the DJ. How do you handle all of this together, and how do you combine it together?
So It really all started coming together, honestly, Loretta, with weddings. Back in the day, when I first got started, I had nothing. I'd have to figure it kind of all out. It wasn't laid out like it is today, where people like yourself come along and say, "Hey, there's Ray Love. Let's get him on the show." Right?
Yeah.
It didn't work like that. So I would spend money and thousands, hundreds of dollars to go to bridal expos at the Arizona State Fairgrounds, which is a pretty big venue here in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And I would sign up as a vendor, and I would get a list of people that were interested in getting married. And there would be hundreds of people on this list, and me and my assistant Diane Boyd would go through this list, and we would literally cold call and email and find people that we could help based on their wedding needs, right?
Right.
Well, each wedding is different, so you can't do the same thing twice. Everybody has a different desire, need, want, dream of what their magical day looks like. So I really began to network with DJs, bring the band together. DJs would kind of do my breaks and intermissions. So there was never any dead air. And then if there were special requests, because all of my weddings come with special requests, it's the wedding bride's day. So whatever that
Uh-huh.
bride and that groom want, it's my heart desire to make sure that that comes first before anything. So even with my most basic package, you get at least five special request songs. So
Oh, wow.
if we can't fulfill all your special requests, the DJ did it. That's how you got it.
Yeah. On that note,
And then from
so
there,
uh,
mhm.
the choosing when you're helping couples choose the right song, the first song, the songs in the church or whatever. And by the way, I actually was a wedding singer too.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I gotta get you. We gotta work together. We got more to do besides this. I see.
Remember, like
Yes.
I sang in the church, so remember, well, this is a long time ago. That song, the wedding song, it's like a
Yeah.
gospel. So that song used to be super popular when I was singing. So now, what is the? How do you help couples choose those key songs? And is there songs that everyone's like, oh, we love this one, like that everyone chooses?
Today, with streaming being so popular, Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff, most of the time couples know what they want as that special song. So what I do differently, Loretta, is when I take a client on and they sign the agreement and say, "Hey, Ray, I'm going to go with you with doing my wedding," I probably spend the most amount of time in that first interview. That first interview can go anywhere between 90 minutes, and I've seen them go as long as 3 hours. Here's why. I want to know what you want, how you want it, where you want it, when you want it. If you want a prophetic dance or interpretive dance, a violin player, if you want a person playing sax while they're walking through the door, um, I want to see your vision and I want to feel your vision so that we can. And with that being said, that's when we find out what song they really, really want to use for that special moment. And we talk through it and I want them to tell me how they want to see it performed. If it's
Mhm.
just playing the track, that's fine. If it's with a sax or a violinist, that's fine too. Whatever. I just want to hear what they think it should sound like and be.
So let's talk about the songs to get people on the dance floor. And that you're making me think about all my youth here when I was going to college and doing the wedding singing and stuff. Because I also, my roommate used to be a wedding DJ, and he said, if you want to make some
Oh
extra money, you
wow.
can do this too. So I did that on the weekends too. It was super fun. And there's still songs that I do not like to this day because I heard them every weekend and played them, like Bob Seger, old time rock and roll, YMCA. you know,
Right.
we had to play them all the time. So I'm like, I hate those songs.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yes.
The bird
I have lots
dance.
of those. Don't worry. I have lots. I'll get my list started.
Right.
Yes. The Morris
So
Day.
what
Yeah.
are right now? What are the like? Can you name a few songs that as soon as you play it, everyone's on the dance floor?
Jeez. Best part, Daniel Caesar, Candy, Cameo, Before I Let Go, Frankie Beverly and Mays, just Earth, Wind and Fire, September. People still go crazy over
Yeah,
these songs.
for sure.
Celebration. It's just automatic reaction. They just dance floor covered. Can't lose.
Yeah, for sure. So are there any like current trends in wedding music that you're noticing? Like, are people moving to more rock or
I don't notice.
90s, 80s, or is there anything, or it's just a wide mix of everything?
The only trend I notice is people are price conscious. And with that
Oh yeah,
being said, I've put in place payment plans now for that. The economy is so unpredictable. People still have their aspirations of having their weddings and their receptions, but we want to make them as affordable and reachable as possible, and
right.
still within ramifications, without robbing the bank to pay Peter to pay Paul, give them the desires of their heart. So budget is what I've noticed with the economy being the way it is, trained
Sure,
differently. But no, I still put the same time in interviewing them, finding out what they really want, what they really need. And this has been a big success for me with why I've been great at, having other events come from weddings because of the way I've handled the wedding.
absolutely. So you really are responsible for the energy of the night, and I think people don't realize how important your job is. Because if the guests aren't having a good time, that's everyone's it's
They don't.
right? It's like, oh, let's just go home and watch Netflix, or this wedding's boring, or you're responsible for the fun aspect, which makes it
Correct.
that event that people go home and go, that wedding was so great. So, as the person that's responsible for the
Hmm.
energy of the night, how do you read that crowd to know when to shift the music, or how do you handle that?
It goes back to the first interview. In that first 90 minutes, when I find out the desires of their heart, I put the right people in place based off of that. After I
Uh-huh.
go back and pray and say, okay, God, here's what she's asking for. Here's the team I have. Who belongs in this slot and who belongs in this position and who fits this role best? I reach out to that individual and I say, you're the musical director, you're the vocalist, you're the musician. And I contract them independently to do the service that that client wants. And once I assign them with that task, I set up rehearsals to strategically make sure that it is executed in the format that the client wants because I don't want any surprises on game day.
Right.
And we roll. And I mean, and it's just like it's a well-oiled machine at this point. Did it start off like that? No, I had to go through a lot of people. I had to make some fires and some hires, and I had to give back some things.
Sure.
Yeah. But again, now that it is a well-oiled machine, 15 plus years later, yes, this is what I do to find out what I need to do to be responsible for the energy of that night and to make sure that all the guests in the room are pleased. And when I'm not there, my assistant Diane Boyd is there, and she's all over it. And she carries my same mindset with bringing over 40 years of experience to the game and weddings, specializing in events. As she is now retired and just kind of wants to chill and lay back a little bit, but when these type of things come aboard, she definitely jumps in with me and makes sure that the clients get everything they need executed to
Oh,
the
that's
fullest.
great. That's great because there's so many things to think about. So when you
So
meet with
many.
a couple, and they're really not sure what they want for music, how do you recommend or advise them? You should have a live band, or you should have a DJ. How do you address that particular requirement?
With bringing over 30 years of operational sales and management experience to the table from corporate America to this business of my own, um, I really just know at this point how to consult with the client and uncover the need. And once I uncover the need, how to recommend based on uncovering that need what they are trying to do and how to make it come to life to their dream and according to their vision 100%. I really can't explain it to you no other better way than that. Like it's just
Yeah,
being able to communicate effectively with people and meet them where they are. Um, that's kind of the master to this. That's what I think separates me from a lot of other just musicians. I don't just
sure.
bring music to the table. I come with 30 years of plus of sales experience and management, operational skills from corporate America. I got a master's degree in business and human resources. I love people. I also am a ordained pastor. I don't think I've really told you that either, but I am a minister as well of the gospel. So I've been a youth pastor before, and I currently am active in ministry to this day. I've married people. I'm married myself. So when I think of someone's wedding, it's just not a gig for me. It's something
Yeah,
that I take to heart because I understand how important that day is, and how even me right now, it's been 12 years of marriage and it still feels like day one, because of the things that we share from that moment of ceremony with Dr. Denise Dillard. So um, it's very important. I take it very serious, and my assistant does as well. And we really do what we can to the best of our ability with the client's permission through several emails, conversations. That first meeting is important, but that ain't it. It continues from there. And I don't think the musicians understand even how much time and energy and communication goes into making somebody's wedding really pop and happen correctly.
for sure.
It just looks like it
So
was a well-oiled machine and just pops at the end.
everything works. So how would you do you have instances where there is live music and a DJ, sort of a combination for the wedding?
All the time. That's very common. So when we do weddings, a lot of times I'll recommend a DJ to play
Okay.
when we give the band a break. So that band is on break for 15 minutes to 20 minutes. That DJ is playing, and they're playing songs that if the client gave me 20 songs of special requests and I know I got two vocalists, I'm gonna pick the songs that I know those two vocalists can execute the best out that 20 special request list. The rest going to the DJ. Right? So
Yeah,
when we're on break, that's what the DJ is doing. He's spinning those special request songs and getting the energy in the room going and hyped, and everybody's loving it and having a good time.
can you tell us a story or give us um, an experience about the most memorable or unexpected song request or that was performed?
Yeah, I had a wedding in 2024, and they asked me to perform "Peaceful, Easy Feeling" by the Eagles. Um, wasn't unexpected. I knew it. I knew how to execute it, but I couldn't believe that song was being asked in the crowd that we were in. So um,
Oh yeah,
immediately when the lady walked over to me and said, "Hey, I know this wasn't kind of in the plan, and I just really we want to know if you know and if you can do it or if you can play it or whatever." And I looked at her and said, "Yeah, we got you," and she's just like, country. I'm like, "Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you." And it the dance floor got full, and it was a great, peaceful, easy feeling.
love it, love it. So, what advice would you give to couples? They're just starting to put together their wedding when it comes to choosing music entertainment for their wedding.
Find a vendor that cares about you. Don't
Yeah,
give your money to just a wedding planner that is gigging. Meaning, gigging's fine. Okay, I'm not bashing gigging. What I am bashing though is this is you only get one shot to do somebody's wedding.
yeah,
We can do a gig and a residency for them every week, but we only get one shot to make your special day and your big day perfect. So make sure you have a wedding planner or a wedding company like as myself that cares about you and your needs first. And if they don't show you that up front in that first 30 days, you probably need to pick another vendor. Because if it doesn't start off that way, it's not going to end well that way either.
that makes sense. So, is there common mistakes that couples make when it comes to choosing their wedding music planning that could be avoided?
They, yeah, a lot of times couples have so many things going through their minds. And if the person that they're working with is not really, I'm digging for that. So when I'm sitting down in that first conversation, 90 minutes plus, I'm really wanting to hear, how did you meet? Where did you meet at? Tell me what you see your wedding looking like. Like I'm really priming them and setting them up to tell me the questions that I'm asking open ended to get a real good vibe and feel on what I need to do and who I need to put them around to make this successful. Most people are not in the game for that. They're trying to get the best price, the greatest commission, and keep it moving, right? That's important, but I'm more I'm more paid when my client writes me an email at the end of their marriage and their wedding like I get typically when I do these and say, this was the greatest experience I've ever had. And, you were amazing and your team was amazing. And we tipped the band extra amount of hundreds of dollars above and beyond what we thought we would pay because they were just awesome. That's the kind of reward I'm looking for at the end, not the instant gratification hit. Because if the person is happy, there are 50 to 100 other people in that room that need something outside of that wedding. So guess what? I'm going to pick up more clients because the bride was happy and the groom was happy.
Yeah, of course. And everyone had a good time. So how
Absolutely.
early should couples reach out to book you?
You know what? You can reach out as early as you like. I've done weddings as far as 2 years out. I would like to have in my dream world at least 45 days to do your event. Again, a wedding is a one-shot opportunity. Have I done weddings in 2, 3 weeks? Sure. Did I like that? No, I didn't sleep a lot those 2, 3 weeks. But we got it done, right? So typically, I would want you to give me at least 45 days plus to do your wedding. However, if it has to happen and it has to happen sooner than that, no, we'll figure it out. We're even willing to travel. We go to Vegas to do events all the time.
Oh, wow.
Cali, just want to put that out there. I'm not just Arizona based. So
That's great.
if there's a need to be somewhere, we have people that are willing to travel and go and make that happen.
That's great. And how can people connect with you? And just a reminder for all those out there, we will repost this after we edit the recording with all of his contact information. But for people who are listening there with their phone in their hand, because they're so excited to hire you, how can they connect with you?
Please go to www.newgrooveentertainment.com. It's all spelled out, literally, just like it sounds. NEWGROOVE entertainment.com. You will see on there a contact us tab. Click on there, send me your name, your information, and between me or my assistant, we will definitely be reaching out to you as soon as possible to make your dream a reality.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule and sharing your story with us. Great.
I can't wait till we share the stage together, Loretta.
Yeah, exactly. I'll have to come up to Casa Grande, play guitar, play a few tunes.
Yeah, we got to make that happen.
That I'm working on a song right now, working on the coal mine. It's not really a wedding song, but
it's a song. We're artists. It's all music. We love it. We can
find someone. Your wife can play the tambourine.
She'll do the interpretive dance for us. We gotta cover. Okay. We gotta cover.
Once again, everybody, this is Loretta Sternowski with Got Spouse Need House. Just a reminder that our website is getting a revamp, so everyone's going to love it. We're so excited to unroll that in the next 30 days, I hope. And we'll have all of our partners on there, including Raymond, and how to get the recording of this podcast and everything else. So everyone stay cool. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks again, Raymond.
Thank you so much, Loretta. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.